hyperventilating on the threshold of ithood, almost toppling, overwhelming odds crash down a palace of cardinal robins fly through her thoughts. Pinpricks of red-nosed reindeer prance in shop windows, 8 looms on the tech horizon, full of promises, Higgins cookies, comfort only the way that sugar cannonballs of logic demolish your meta-forbidden boundaries are trespassed the fastest. Fish in the world is the Indo-Pacific sailfish at recorded speeds of 110 kilometers per hour in short periods indicate a complete stop at the end. Floats across the screen in a gothic typeface-off against your fears that the Millennium Bug would have wreaked havoc on our digital structures seems silly in hindsight, but only because it is in Hines, with golden hooves transform into maidens with golden tongues of flame, dine on a buffet of inner city house singer sewing machines, are one of the 4 essential items in a Chinese woman's dowry in birth: re-import, re-impression, reinfection, reinforce, reinforcement, reinstate the obvious, and call a politician a lyrebird is so named because males display a lyrate tail during courtship. Mints of child flesh are exported and imported daily. The question is, what are we doing about itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini atoll wears her nuclear test crater like an overstretched earlobes of glass grapes on glinty show homing in on a nervous the children passed judgment against the newcomer mercurial mood swings, swung in centrifugal circles, spun our common sense outdoor living is a thing to enjoy. Division reminds me of Glasgow. When we came out of the screening of Control, it was snowing. It was my first real Snow White and the 7 Dwarves guess a soft drink. 7-Up cycle is the new recycle lanes in the Panmure intersection, are meant to be completed by the end of 2014 age years. Postpone the inevitable adult hoodwinking our loved ones. We slip in and out of amoral riptides of opinion, lap at tradition, a slow reshaping pong played by vaginas, refereed by whom the objective case of who shot rock and roll is on at the Auckland Art Gallery until the 3rd of March. Hares, as mad as hatters sip tears in the space-time continuum, could result in this poem being recited backwards. Could occupy New Zealand. What happened to that movement out of the corner of her eye of the tiger? It's the thrill of the fighting, a desperate need to sneeze. She experienced a moment of bladder weak nostalgia, tints, prejudice. An unnatural shade of Pink Floyd is a proper noun for many, but an abstract noun for me. Goreng noodles constituted breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a certain period of my life. The culinary dark ageist jokes could become the new bread and butter of stand-up comedy carbonated Coke. A quagmire of syrup curl merchandise gained their price not from quality. Anneman Square remembers its history in its own way. The pavements, a dark metal grey luster sheen onesies, could barely contain the jiggling of their breaststroke. Men's 100-meter world record is currently held by Cameron Vanderburg at 58.46 seconds of dessert. Imbue a sense of plenty. Key tours can be taken at any time, any place, with any degree of accuracy. Sienna-coloured burnt toast of the town houses are a compromise between limited land and a growing population. Except we can only compromise for so long. Farewell, Zen, good night for staying up just for the sake of it started with a kiss. I didn't know it would come to this file could be downloaded with the premium only owning faces caused by Lepromatous leprosy D-Rex have their own niches in landfills of black in various opacities on a PSD bar. Debase, debate, debauch, debenture, debilitate.co.uk/visit/Tate modern humans do not understand each otherness could be your only crime schemes of A, B, C is rhyme royal baby fever is about to sweep the lands. Oh dear, Santa. I've been a really good girl this year, so could I please have, open bracket, insert list here, close bracket, thanks Santa, much love birds, tantalize the wild food loving palates of fluorescence, clash boldly on public streets, ice cream cones, catalyze their summer romance novels with poorly written sex scenes could be eligible for the bad sex writing award of the state. You were placed into foster care at the age of 6, 12, 18, 24 hours in a day, 8 hours play, 8 hours work, and 8 hours sleepers beneath the train tracks bloat with the flood of fan mail drowned at least 5 B-grade starlets. Take a moment to listen to the snoring of cats by Andrew Lloyd Webber is a perennially popular musical. Lapsing ecosystems bury civilizations under their own shit. I can't believe I just lost my place. Could someone please do something majiggy is his affectionate term for, well, his thingy-majigs puzzles are one of the hardest things to keep track of. Offensive t-shirts are not allowed at my gym bunnies. Flex their lithesome limbs to the envy of everyone. Alsatian enthusiasm broke my man's backpacks. Must be checked at the front desk. People hard at work being social media Sauvignon Blanc put New Zealand on the wine map with its lush passion fruit, gooseberry and green capsicum characters of a racial and or gender minority are always killed off. Firstborn children are favoured tokens of exchange, could be accommodated by any system depending on its rate. Touch your head to a wall, nothing happens. Touch the same head to the same wall at 90 miles per hour, and its red painterly gestures were a key conversation for modernist artificial flowers on headstones. The hyper-real, the hyper-simulated, hyper-stimulated, hyper-neurotic, hyper-erotic, hyperventilating on the threshold of ithood, almost toppling over.